So you may have seen I've done several tarp videos, tarp canopy off of the Jeep, off of the rooftop tent, over top of my hammock. I bring a tarp with me all the time, even if I'm going for a day trek like right now, where the forecast is hit and miss with rain. It was raining heavier when I first got here. It's let up, but it could roll back in again. Now, if you've seen my videos before, you know that I set it up a little bit more intricately, I guess, if you'd say, just because of my interest in my background with using ropes and knots and little carabiners and all that stuff. I'm not going to do that in this one. I just have the tarp, which already has the guy lines attached to it, and pegs. That's it. So you want to keep it light, compact, so that if the weather comes in fast and fierce, you have some type of shelter to either wait it out and to keep yourself dry. This is what I've got. Two packs. So right here, this is just a little gear pouch. This isn't the original bag that the tarp comes in, because it's round and I find it's too bulky, whereas if I fold it up flat like this, it's easier to tuck in areas. I keep it on the exterior of the bag. That way I can get to it right away, and if it starts to rain, I can put the rain cover over top of the backpack. And then the other one is just a little pouch right here that has pegs, and I do have extra guy line if I need it. We're going to try to do it with just what comes with this particular tarp. So let's get set up. let's take a quick look at what I've got set up here. You can see how quick that was. This particular tarp is designed for a hammock. It's 6-sided. It comes with the guy lines at all 6 points that are already hooked up, and they have their own little cinch tab where you can pull it tight. Just the tarp and the pegs, and this is what we've got going on. So I went up high on the tree. I've got quite a slope on the angle here to have, if it's heavy rain, have the rain run off and not pool anywhere. I did leave it off the ground at the back end a little bit to allow for some airflow if I was to do some cooking, which I'm not going to be doing today. So you can see that's built in. So that's the little cinch tab. Just give it a pull, that tightens it up. I don't know if you noticed. So there's my peg. I like to use a clove hitch because it's really quick to tie onto the peg and then drive the peg into the ground where I want. I don't have to go to the end of the guy line, and then I can tension it from the tensioner. Same thing with this one here. Clove hitch onto the peg. This one I just went around the tree, looped it a couple of times, did a half hitch, 2 half hitch, and then I can just pull this to tighten it up if I need to. And on the far side, I just went around one of the downed branches because this is all shale right here, so it was hard to get the peg in the ground. So I just use what's available to you, and you can see what kind of coverage that I have. I kept this end relatively high so that it actually, I can't quite stand in here, but I've got quite a bit of room that I could kneel down if I need to change my jacket, some gear. And then I brought my little inflatable seat. It's basically like an inflatable air mattress. Well, that's what it is. Just a smaller section of one. Really lightweight, compact. At least it gives you somewhere dry that you could sit down. Pretty basic setup. So really quick if you have a system roll in on you and you got to take shelter. Time is everything, especially if you want to keep dry. It wasn't pouring rain right now. There's a little bit of drizzle, but that's it. Changed into my jacket because when I pack up and I'm ready to go, if the rain comes down, then I'm already geared up for the rain. I am going to do a fall camping for beginners. I call it for beginners because I've had a lot of people commenting on the quote beginner videos that I've done. Beginner camp setup, beginner camp kitchen ideas, and people were really liking that, asking me questions, reaching out for some information because they were going on their first camp trip or they haven't gone camping since they were kids. So, which is really nice. I appreciate the comments, and I'm glad that I could help you out at least a little bit to get you out there, especially if you're starting out. So there's a lot to consider if you're going out fall camping when you get down to those temperatures. So I'm working on that video. That'll be out soon. Other than that, thanks for watching, and of course, I will see you on the next adventure.